Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third day of the Euro Qualifiers 2017, to a game between Cyprus and Switzerland. It's game 3. It's a game between two teams that have 2 losses already out of their previous 2 games. Both teams lost to Belgium as well as to Iceland and are now hoping to get this one win to stay in contention with everybody else. The group consists of 4 teams right now, or Group A to be exact, consists of 4 teams. First of all, it's Belgium, which has the lead right now in Group A with 4 points for their respective wins. Then it's Iceland, followed by Switzerland and Cyprus. But Switzerland and Cyprus are only apart by 1 point if you get the point total. If you look at the point total. Switzerland is minus 30 if you take both games together, and Cyprus is minus 31. But today is another day. Today is a dogfight that we expect between the 2 teams. Both teams are getting ready, as you see below. We are awaiting the player presentations, which will happen in any second, as well as the national anthems. I'll tell you about the mode right after, so you know where we are at during this in this qualifying round. What I can tell you is that already 13 countries are qualified for the Eurobasket tournament 2017. The 4 host countries, as well as the 9 teams that participated in the Olympic tournament and are from Europe. That makes for the first 13. The rest will be known by the end of this qualifying round. 11 spots are there for the taking. Divided into 7 groups. The 7 group winners and the 4 best second place teams will advance to the Eurobasket tournament, which will be the final round of this competition. Switzerland as well as Cyprus looking to get that final spot maybe, or that second spot in the group. It will get difficult, but it would get almost impossible if any of these teams loses today. All right, who is qualified? I'll tell you right away before we get to the presentations. Already qualified are Finland, Israel, Romania, Turkey, Croatia, Czech Republic, France, Greece, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Serbia, and Spain. And now we're ready for the player presentation for Cyprus. I'll do my best to pronounce it the right way. Cyprus will get their announcement in a few seconds. Number 1, Christos Loisides. Number 3, Anthony King. Number 5, Simon Mikhail. Number 7, Panayotis Trisokos. Number 9, Andreas Sisopoulos. Number 8, Gabriel Chilaras. Number 11, Aristides Chorinidis. Number 12, Grigoris Pantouris. Number 15, George Theocharidis. Number 27, Christopher Rassis. Number 44, Iakovos Panteli. And number 99, Nikolaos Stylianou. All right, those are the Cypriot players that are entering the stage as we speak, or as I am speaking, as we turn our heads to the right side of the screen, or rather to the middle, as we show you the Swiss lineup. It will get announced in a few seconds. All right. Now it's time for the Swiss team. Number 4. I'll just wait till they get the music ready. Here we go. With number 4, Steve Louison. Number 5, Brian Savoie. Number 6, Jonathan Casari. Number 7, Marko Mlađan. Number 8, Juraj Kozic. Number 9, Nathan Jurkovic. Number 11, Dujan Mlađan, the captain. Number 14, Roberto Kovac. Number 15, Arnaud Couture. Number 25, Eric Fonge. Number 47, David Ramsayer. And number 77, Nicola Dos Santos. Those are the players of the Swiss team, as we approach a little moment of silence for the national anthems. Let's not forget the referees at this point. Out of Slovakia, we have Boris Dabara. Out of Poland, we have Dariusz Zapolski. And out of and out of Wales, Gavin Williams. Time for the national anthems. There you have it, the two national anthems of the respective countries that will face off each other and can determine very much their own destiny today. If they win today, they stay in contention with the other teams that are ahead already, Belgium and Iceland, namely Belgium and Iceland both having 2 wins. It's time for the first win for Switzerland as well. We've seen a very turbulent first game here at home for Switzerland. After losing in Iceland by a clear margin, we saw Switzerland fighting back several times after trailing because of their own mistakes. So we had in the end we had a difference of about of 17 points, I believe, and 16 of those were the difference in fast break points. We had a lot of easy turnovers. Careless passing at times that led to easy baskets for the opponent. They fought back, showed that character, that fighting spirit that everybody was hoping for, that is needed as a contender here if you want to advance to the next round. They showed what they were capable of, but then had some blackouts in between that nobody could really explain to me after the game. I talked to several players. Jonathan Casari told me, it was Eric Fonge, my bad. That if they have a down or if they have bad moments, then they are really bad, and then they fight back for a longer period, but not as quick, and then at the end that gives you a defeat. So Switzerland is here today, of course, to win if they want to stay in contention, but it won't be easy. Cyprus is a team that is very full of veterans, if you like. The average age is at 31 years, but a lot of players out of Cyprus that don't necessarily get that much playing time, but might be hungrier today even more if they get the chance today. So who are we watching out for on the Cyprus side? First of all, Anthony King, the Native American who came to Cyprus one day and took the league by storm, made ETA the champion for the first time ever in his first season he came there. Now has aged a few years more, but we'll see how he does in this game today, if he still has it, to really put Cyprus over the hump. Then we have Polynidis, who is mostly a shooter, but who can hit from anywhere on the court. And we'll see how he does today. And then we have Panteli, the playmaker of Cyprus, who's been, out of the last 4 years, he's been the best player of Cyprus for 3 years. So he's their main guy, he's their go-to guy in any situation. He'll try to lead the team. He had difficulties against Iceland, fouling out with 5 fouls. He'll look to not do that today. Normally, if we look at the team-by-team comparison with the stats of the two first games, we see that most stats speak for Switzerland on paper, but that doesn't need to mean anything today. I'll say that as a disclaimer up front. We have Switzerland averaging 72 points per game, while Cyprus is at 55, so that should be a clear win if you look at that. But the 3-point percentages are evened up at about 30%. 2-point percentage is up for Switzerland, but Cyprus's stats are not very reliable because they had a very bad game against Belgium. They had a 2-point field goal percentage of 18% at the end of the game. If you compare it to the 75 that Switzerland allowed Belgium in the last game, you see what I'm trying to say. 3-point percentage was at 26 against Belgium, so that pulls every stat down there is. So we don't really know how reliable these stats are. I just put them out there for you if you're in the stats department. Assists speak clearly for Switzerland, 16.5 per game versus 5.5 for Cyprus. Turnovers are about even at about 14 per team. Fast break points are very low for both teams, 7.5 for Switzerland and 4 per game for Cyprus. Points in the paint, 36 per game versus 21. But Cyprus made 10 against Belgium and 32 against Iceland. So they have an inside presence with Anthony King, and they will try to profit from that, or he will rather. See if they can find him. Starting lineup for Switzerland: David Ramsayer, Dusan Mlajan, Arno Couture, who made the difference for me in the last game. Then we have Eric Funke getting his first minutes in the national team. And Brian Savoy. Here we go. Action already on the way. Dusan Mlajan gets the ball with no help. Has to bring it up. And does. To Savoy. Man of the match against Iceland in a losing effort. Dusan Mlajan gets the step and gets the foul. The first foul on Panteli. Let's see if that becomes another weakness today. It's defensive game. He'll have to man up here, because it could be a long game today. I'm expecting a very evened out game, no matter the stats. Savoy. Picked by Couture. Quick three is good. That's how you open up the score. Brian Savoy with the first points for Switzerland. First lead, 3-0. Panteli trying to get open, gets it. And then a little misunderstanding here. Very static first offensive set for Cyprus, and a bad shot right away. Possibility for Switzerland to get an early lead here. Savoy to Couture. Ramsayer trying to get open inside, and the foul is called. He most likely got pulled back there by Trisokas, who was the best rebounder against Iceland. So 2 early fouls for Cyprus, not a good sign. But we are only 1 minute in. Savoy could get another open shot there if you like. Alley-oop to Ramsayer. All right, so the inside presence is there for Switzerland with David Ramsayer on that first take. I mentioned several times that I wanted him to go near the basket or to the basket all the way. Can't get any further than that. Go to a good defense on King, but he gets the fadeaway, and with all his basketball knowledge, gets it up there. First score for Cyprus. Savoy against Panteli. Couture against King. King always trying to defend way out there, which is not always a good thing. Savoy. Mlajan gets the step again. Leo, the tip block by Arno Couture. Oh, the spark plug is back again. Deserved start today and shows us why. Tip dunk by Mr. Arno Couture. All right. So he picks it up where he left off last time. 7 points already for Switzerland. 2 for Cyprus. Panteli. Trisokas trying to get open. Mikhail knows. Airball. Almost airball. Touched the back of the rim there. As Dusan Mlađan is trying to play that half point guard role. Ramzayer having a feast down there. This could be a good game for him. And a first time out for Cyprus. So the early lead for Switzerland. I have to remind you at this point that Cyprus is longing, as a journalist put it, longing for a win in a Euro qualifier. It's been 8 years since the last time they won a game during a qualifying round. So today I expected them to be hungry, but they don't seem to find any recipe against the two big guys. Arno Couture with 2 points, and we had Ramzayer with 4 already, and Sawa with the 3-pointer on top of that. And all of those shots were not well defended, I have to tell you. We saw a pick up top with Ramzayer, who is a big guy, of course, and difficulties for the Cypriot defense to get around there. So good signs early on for Switzerland. Let's hope they don't have a blackout again, because then Cyprus will be back in a minute. I'll check the live scores as well, so you know the statistics during this game. I hope they are up about right now. For all of you at home, it's FIBA.com/Eurobasket/2017, and you'll get every info you need. Most of you might have found their way to me or to us via that page. As we go on with Trisokas. Still a very static offense here. A lot of players waiting for their teammates to get in position. That should be more fluent if you want to have a chance here. Trisokas taking his time, taking all of the time of the shot clock. No 3-second violation, but a shot clock violation. So, quick interruption, and Switzerland will get the ball. Savoie, defended by Mikhail. Anteli joins him in a 2-3 zone. 2 in the front row, 3 in the back row, with King going out to the wings. But then forgetting Dusan Mlađan, which is the only player you shouldn't forget here, because an easy 3-pointer for Dusan Mlađan. That is a practice shot for him. And now I would be concerned as a Cypriot coach, because if you leave the best shooter open, even Belgium knew that. Foul by Couture. If you leave the best shooter that open, he won't blink. He'll just pull and hit that 3-pointer, as you saw with Dusan Mlađan. He's the captain for a reason. So we saw about every defensive lack there is for Cyprus. But we also saw a bad start from Switzerland last time, and especially against Iceland, where they fell back by 16-32 in 15 minutes, and then came back almost all the way. So I don't know what Cyprus has to offer today. But for the sake of the game, I'm hoping they have something up their sleeves. Missed free throw there. And if not, we'll see a stepped firework here. Mlađan again open. Mlađan again. Ratatata early on. Dusan Mlađan for 3 again. The easiest shots he took all tournament. Rassis. Trapped there by Ramzayer. Back to Trisokas. Again, waiting and waiting before he puts on a move. Pass out to Panteli for the answer 3. Okay. Right back at you. Panteli. Best player in Cyprus for 3 years. Best Cypriot-born player. as Ramsayer is having a party down there. I don't see how Trisokas is going to stop him there. And I don't want to see any fall-away shots today from Ramsayer. He's getting there all the time, every time he likes to. Only if he doesn't choose to. All right, foul by Ramsayer. It's 17-6, and we've only played 4 minutes and a half. So my prognosis wasn't that accurate. Sorry for that, but we'll see. We'll see. Anteli waiting for the inbound. Finds King. Mid-range shot blocked by Couture. All he does is make highlights. Arno Couture, the Josh McRoberts of Switzerland. Another inbound opportunity. So King has a mid-range shot, doesn't use it that often. We saw why. Rather slow on the pull-up against the athletic Couture. Panteli, no good. Rebound Couture. Couture with 6.6 rebounds and 4 assists last game off the bench. Pretty decent showing there. Ramsayer, that's what I'm talking about. Try to get the best player of the day again if he continues to do just that. Waits again. I think it's no foul call. Penalty rule in play there. Hands were straight up, so no foul if he jumps in. Sawa with the floater, and again, almost again by Arno Couture, that tip there, and a quick foul by Dujan Mlađan to prevent the fast break point. As I see that as a good thing there, stopping the fast break points. Well aware of the 16 points they got from Belgium. As Arno Couture and Eric Funge sub out for Nicolas dos Santos and Jonathan Casadi. Casadi also with a point to prove here after a rather timid showing against Belgium. Few soft passes, a few easy turnovers. We'll see how efficient he'll look today. Good pass. Great pass at that. Rebound, first touch for Jonathan Casadi. Back the other way. Too late for that pass. Already had the defense up on him. And then the pass is too low for the Suns. The mistakes are the ones I was talking about. The right idea, not always at the right time though. And that leads to those turnovers. But he'll have a lot of time to grow over in France. So next blocked by Ramsayer. Then Trisokas tries to get ahead. And fouled by Nicolas dos Santos. Held up his hands there, but on the replay that I have, because we have a quick latency between what I see and what you see at home. Yeah, a clear foul because he wasn't squared up as he should be in order to get that call. All right. Both free throws are good. As I get a few spectators up here in the skybox. Jonathan Casadi, almost trapped there. Has to find a solution. Finds Kovac. Back in, or first time in. Mlađan again. Why not? Off the rim. King has it. Casadi. Good defense. Then a quick step. Zopoulos for three. Okay, so Cyprus is getting into this game via shooting and with good defense now. Much more intense since the first time out, and now it's time for the first time out for Switzerland. So 19-11, this game is all but over, as we saw right here. Good passing now from Cyprus. They were a bit rusty at the beginning. All right, so -8 if you from Cyprus's perspective. as we take a look back on the games that we already saw. I told you that Cyprus lost the game clearly against Belgium with only 18% field goal percentage, but then got bounced back against Iceland, had a good showing with 46%. Were leading at the half even with 32-31, and then midway through the third quarter somehow lost the connection to the game, and then lost the game in the end. So I don't know which Cyprus we're going to see here. I think we saw both already with a weak start at the beginning where it was very static, and then they got more mobile and more determined, I believe, as well. Maybe some pride involved there. Kovac. Much more intense defense right now by Cyprus. Kovac again looking for Ramsayer. King is there now. That should be the matchup. Kovac foul on a three-pointer, gets free throws. So the shoulder jumped into the shoulder there, or rather the shoulder jumped into him. That gets him three free throws. As promised by Swiss Basketball, I'm trying to follow the commentary. I'm afraid I can't read everything. I can't read Greek. I'm hearing that the audio is not optimal. We're trying to fix whatever issue there may be in the background. And if we don't manage to, I hope you hear us well enough to follow this stream. As Kovac hits the first free throw. Second is no good. One chance left. Two out of three. 66% shooting for him there on the line. As we go the other way with Rassis, Zopoulos, Panteli. Zopoulos gets the ball up top of the key. No good rebound to Santos. Over to Casadi looking for the fast break opportunity, but Cyprus is quick to get back. So no opportunity there. Dos Santos could shoot a three, but most likely won't in this lineup. Kovac tripped there, and then Casadi got tangled up trying to stop the fast break. So those quick fouls are a good way to really slow down the pace and to really prevent those fast break points. But once you're over the limit, once you have 14 fouls, every foul will get the opponent 2 free throws. So right now that wasn't a good foul, but I think he didn't do it on purpose because I saw him tripping there. As Sisopoulos, I believe, has missed the first shot. Yes, it is Sisopoulos. 3 points already for him. Could be the leading scorer if he hits that. And he does. So 21-12. Hop Swiss. Greetings to Arcino, if you're listening. Greetings to everybody here. From Cyprus to Switzerland to whatever country you're watching us from. The aim is to get those two rather small basketball nations a good platform for everybody to see. And of course, as a Swiss commentator, I'm a bit unbalanced here, but I'll try to be as good as possible. And if not, you'll understand, I'm sure. Casadi, over to Mlajan. So, limit zone press back into the 2-3 for Cyprus. Dos Santos trying to get the post moves going. Oh, Casadi behind the back, out to Dos Santos, over to Mlajan, foot on the line, is still good, 2 points. So the shot is on point, Mr. Mlajan, I see that. The captain has 8 points right now, leading scorer, together with Ramsayer, who showed us how to play the post moves. Rassis bring the ball up. Aggressive D by the brother of Dusan Mlađan, Marko Mlađan. King way out. No threat there. And that's why that is not a good foul either. Second foul by Kasadi. That wasn't necessary this time. A bit over enthusiastic there. King is no threat at all out there and too slow to get in, so you can defend him well if he gets the ball out there. Would have most likely become a handoff with a pick or something, but now he gets 2-3 shots here, which he'll most likely convert. Already got one. And the second is good also. Kasadi against Zizopoulos, picked by Marko Mlađan. Here we go, now he has a space, good drop. That's the way to do it. Over to Marko Mlađan, can do all the things a basketballer needs to do. So he's a threat on the drive and the shot. Defense chose the shot defense there. Flew by, but the floater was no good. Back the other way with Rassis. Also looking for opportunities. King, ISO play. Turn around. Emergency pass. And the floater is no good. Rebound, King. Oh, the King. King demanding his thrown back. I don't know, but that was a good showing there. Offensive rebound by the big King. Mlađan. Fouled. So, Cyprus's defense has become more aggressive, but both teams getting a bit over the line there. Kasadi, we saw him twice there being a bit too enthusiastic, and now the same thing happens to Cyprus, but they're not over the limit yet. So from now on, they'll have to watch their hands, especially their hands, on those shooters. The next foul right away. Didn't see it. 2 shots there for Switzerland. Foul against Loisidis. Maybe on that screen there down low. I didn't see it, but he couldn't fight through. Might have taken on the legal measures there. Kovac back to the line for 2 free throws. So, greetings to 186 viewers right now. Glad you're with us. As Kovac hits the second as well, 25-16. As Korinidis is bringing the ball up. So we saw 3 different point guards already here, or doing the point guard job. Zizopoulos was surprised by that pass there. Quick reaction. One-on-one situations. Not always a sign of good offense, as we see there with a floating, with a fadeaway floating air ball as the best option they could produce here. So Switzerland should capitalize now, if possible, on the offensive end. Marko Mlađan back out to Kasadi. Good step, good first step. Quickly, athletic move, but complaining there that he was fouled. Missed the layup, tipped out by a Swiss teammate. Thus, ball possession to Korinidis and Cyprus. So still only a 9-point lead, even though it feels like more. But Cyprus has its shooters to come back, and they have the King on the court. And again, a bad offense for my liking. Muscling through there, elbows up. Kasadi tries to foul there to provoke an offensive foul. Didn't work out. So 2 possessions for, or the 2 or 3 possessions by Cyprus that don't really resemble a tactical scheme or something. Just really, I'm going to the basket, try to stop me if you can. 1 time Switzerland, 2 times Switzerland managed to do that. 1 time it didn't. So 2 points for Cyprus. 2 more to get back to a 7-point lead for Switzerland. As I was a bit quick with the already qualified teams, I'd like to repeat that for you. Maybe you're from those countries already qualified for the tournament, for the final round of the tournament are Finland, Israel, Romania, and Turkey as the 4 host nations of the Eurobasket 2017 tournament. Then the 9 that qualified through the Olympic Games are Croatia, Czech Republic, France, Greece, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Serbia, and Spain. And the rest will be determined by 7 groups, where the current leaders are for Group A, Belgium right now, Germany, who beat Austria, I believe, by 1 point, already leading Group B, Bosnia and Herzegovina leading Group C, Poland leading Group D, Slovenia leading Group E, Montenegro leading Group F, and Hungary leading Group G. But all of that can change in 1 or 2 games. We're only a third of the way towards the final round. And that is why this is such a decisive game. Switzerland needs to win this here and then pour on against Iceland to really have a chance here. But they could catch up to Iceland if they get a win today and then win against Iceland here at home. It will be a tough task, but it would be a great last home game if they manage to pull that off. But we'll see. But first of all, you have to beat Cyprus here. You have to get that first win to even be respected here in this Group A. And that is the quest today for Switzerland as well as for Cyprus, both having the same chances if they manage to win here. Jurkovic on the court on defense here. Ramsayer back in against King. And a foul against Jurkovic, I believe. I wouldn't say picky referees, but very precise referees. They have 3 on the court during international games. Most of the little fouls that don't necessarily get whistled normally were seen, but were called on both sides. King again with that move. Oh, up and under here. Anthony King showing us the royal turnaround there. Kasadi loses the ball, gets it back up. I don't know how that is not a travel or a double dribble. Some street ball flare over to Malcolm Lajan, and the Cyprus bench can't believe it. King again. They're looking for him now. Mid-range jumper, no good. So he has those moves. Tried to mix it up there with a mid-range shot. Ramsayer, first fall away. Goes in, all right. Also mixing it up a bit. King is another caliber of a defender. Another body type there. Similar to Ramsayer, so the fadeaway might not even be a bad solution there. In comparison to Trisokas's defense, where he could do whatever he wanted. Stylianou for 3! Ooh, that should be a foul. That is a foul. That was an illusion here, an optical illusion for me. I thought that went in. Not exactly the same angle as you are at home. So three free throws and 2 quick fouls by Nathan Jurkovic. Bit of the youth there playing a role. You don't foul a three-pointer. First of all, you don't foul on a three-point shot. And second of all, you don't foul if it's 1 step outside of the three-point line. But he is very athletic. Might have troubles to control that explosiveness sometimes. I don't know. I haven't seen him this much, to be honest. But I know he can dunk like hell, so maybe we'll see it even. as Cyprus misses 2 of 3 free throws. Stylianou gets it back to a 9-point game. Jurkovic, shake and bake there. And yeah, that was a clear foul by Pantouris. He tripped and then tried to hold on to Malcolm Lajan. So, a very impulsive reaction there, talking to everyone. Pantouris. He tried to pull himself back up on behalf of, holding on to Malcolm Lajan's body, fell down. Malcolm Lajan tripped because of in. That broke up the whole play, so it was a clear foul. And no reason to complain there. Kovac loses the dribble there. Good defense after a bad defense for Koronidis. King posting up on the three-point line. Now he gets the step. Good pass over to Stylianou, who missed 3 free throws and now gets a wedgie. Greetings to the starters. For those who follow the show that evolves around the NBA. Savoie back in on the playmaking spot. Malcolm Lajan. Jurkovic, quick turn, split, fake, hang time, but no good. Ramsaya there, no good either. Quick tip pass by Jurkovic. Was open on the top of the key. Again, the fall away. However, that went in. But Ramsaya is showing the touch today. I can't hate on that. Plus 11 for Switzerland. So the bad start is still there for Cyprus after getting into the game. Stylianou. Stylianou for 3. Back to an 8-point game. Savoie. Jurkovic was free for the alley-oop. Didn't see him. Could have finished that, though. Lajan. Now not getting any open shots, I hope, for Cyprus. Down low to his brother. Fake. And then he's open. Lajan fall away. No good. Oh, athletic rebound between two guys of the same team. Third one is a Cypriot, so lucky there. Pantouris with the street ball flavor there. And then gets caught up again. No need to complain there. That was a bad play. I have to tell it like it is. That was a pure isolation out of pure will there. And then he's smaller than his defender. Arms up. No chance to get past there. And he won't talk his way past that defender. So the mistake begins earlier there. Not with the defense. Couture gets back for Malcolm Lajan. Solid minutes by Malcolm Lajan. No points. No 3 points, but brought in some calm there for Switzerland. Koronidis. Stylianou. Number 99. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound, Jurkovic. So all Fribourg underneath the hoop with Jurkovic and Couture. Joined by Geneva in center, David Ramsay. Gets the ball underneath now. Has the advantage there, no good. Stepped on the line, I believe. Or was it a foul? No, foul on the floor. That's what he showed us. Inbound for Brian Savoie. Ooh, pulled back there. Unsportsmanlike foul. Clearly unsportsmanlike foul. He just grabbed onto his shoulder there right as he was about to take off. No intention to get the ball there. That is an automatic unsportsmanlike foul. So Trisokas with a mediocre showing so far. Clearly mismatched against David Ramsayer. Lucky he missed both free throws there. Tap on the back of the head there for Ramsayer. It's all good here, especially if you're only down 8 points after trying to find your game for 50 minutes. But Switzerland is also having difficulties since Cyprus has changed to that zone defense, as we see here. Bad pass by Sava, back the other way. Stylianou can pull up from there if he likes. And then a foul against Couture. Well sold by Trisokas. Contact was there. Reaction by Trisokas clearly visible, showing the foul there. Made it an easy call for the refs. So this is all but over, ladies and gentlemen at home. I'm telling you, 8 points are nothing in basketball. There's not even a 1-0 in football. Or soccer, I'm sorry. Trisokas against Ramsayer. Does he have the upper hand on the offensive end? We'll see. Long dribbles there. No foul called. But didn't make the move towards the basket. Now trying to double. Don't know why, because Couture is free now. Defense one step behind. Since Trisokas went to double there. Good pass underneath to Ramsayer, who got blocked. Woo! Okay. Statement there. Back the other way. No look underneath to Trisokas, who doesn't make it. How can you miss that? Foul. Kasari with his third foul. That is a good thing for Cyprus. Backup point guard will go to the bench most likely for the rest of the first half. But how can you miss that layup? Great pass, though. The block by Theocharidis. Trisokas will get another chance to redeem himself from the line. Let's just say the layup was easier than what he's about to attempt here. I hope you don't mind me being a bit sarcastic here. That is always that is one of my ways to comment on games, but it is never with bad intentions. I just believe it makes it more clearer for you at home what I'm trying to say. So 2 misses from the line by Trisokas. Kasadi still in there. 3 fouls and counting. Ooh. Attempted tip dunk there by Couture will get up there every time. Springs in his legs. Now a bit disorientated. Almost got the three-pointer in his face there. Brian Sava. Ooh, crisscross. Couture. Lajan. Pulls out the defense. Then over to Kasadi for 3. Yes! Jonathan Kasadi with the first three-pointer here at home. Stylianou. Trisokas. Back over to Chorinidis. No good. And a foul on the rebound. So a lot of complaining going on there. It's pretty clear why they get all those calls. Most of the times it's a holding during the rebound. They're undersized on most positions and try to get to those rebounds by pulling down or pulling aside their respective counterparts, which leads to the fouls. So it might be a topic of discussion on the floor. I see it clearly as fouls here. Since hand checking was prohibited a long time ago, especially on the rebounds, if it's a clear rebound for Switzerland. You don't necessarily have to call it, but they do here, and now you know, so you basically have to change your own game instead of complain that the game itself doesn't change. The circumstances are rather unstable here. As the refs are certainly talking about those calls, because it's a recurring theme here. Where do we draw the line? What do we call? What don't we call? Especially if we have a lot of pulling going on underneath the basket. Also on the Swiss side, it goes both ways. I think it is a good sign to show, hey, if you're going on like that, we won't tolerate it, and we'll do it all game. So you better adapt to that, or you'll be out again with 5 fouls. If I think of Panteli. I think it's also a warning against the coach of Cyprus right now going on. To the left of your screen, you can't see it. Ref is there discussing with the Cypriot coach. As the DJ gets a bit too much in love with his music. But the sound is good here. All right. Let's move on here. With Arnaud Couture, I believe, on the line. So that rebound foul was over the limit already, awarding Arnaud Couture an automatic 2 shots from the line and an easy opportunity to get the lead to 13 points. First one is no good. Makes a second and a foul underneath. Against whom? Either way, it's going to be 2 free throws again. So pushing against David Ramsayer on the rebound. 2 free throws the other way. Anthony King will go to the line for 2. Hits the first one without even touching the net. Bullseye there. Let's see if you can add another one to it. Yes. 2 clean shots from Anthony King, back to a 10-point game. And, Switzerland still trying to pull away, but doesn't manage to. Because of those fouls and everything. Good take there. Kozic with the first 2 points, I believe, of his national career. Bench exploding there. Congratulations, young man. Stilianou. Coach Alexic almost stumped a hole into the parquet there. Oh, behind the back by Ramsayer. Lajan all the way, no. Flirted with the layup there, saw King trying to jump off to block him. Tried to lay it off, but King had another hand ready for the steal. Tipped out of bounds, ball goes to Brian Savoie. Lajan out of the corner, quick 3, no good. Couture there already, surveying the area. Pick and roll now. Over to Mlajan. Always gets that first step, but then a bad pass. Fast break opportunity for Stilianou. Takes his time, almost dunks it down. Oh, didn't expect that. He missed it, too bad. Spin move, Savoie, hectic now. Time to calm it down as the leading team here. Ramsayer against King. Isolation underneath. Again, the fall away. A slam dunk by Arnaud Couture. Couture, my bad. Just gets off the ground there. Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he tried to do on every rebound so far. As Switzerland denies a dunk and gets one back. King did get up there a long time ago. But 2 points are 2 points. Back the other way, 2 easy points for Cyprus. 2 easy points are worth nothing if you allow the next 2 on the other side. Next foul. That was rather a push-off by Couture, to be honest, here. but he'll get 2 free throws. So a lot of fouls early on here. You see it yourself. That's what breaks the rhythm every time. Rhythm is one of the topics I'd like to talk about during the break. We have a few topics that I'm going to address as I'm trying to get those live stats going here, while Arnaud Couture is at the free throw line. First one is no good. Second one is good. Back to 13-point lead for Switzerland. Panteli taking his time again against Ramsayer. Mismatch, maybe. Oh, Steph Curry, three-pointer. Woo! The best Cypriot player for 3 years. Back to 10. Cyprus not going away, despite being back by more than 10 points several times. Savoie with the answer. Now we have some sort of rhythm going. As we have 1:20 left in this first half. Anturis down to King. Mismatch against Savoie. Didn't even see him and now gets the 2 points. Was waiting for the defender to come while looking over his shoulder. Underneath his shoulder we saw Savoie manning up. But no match for Anthony King's height. Clear offensive foul against Ramsayer. Pushed off there. Clearly. With the elbow. So, timeout Switzerland. Yeah, and Switzerland always trying to pull away. So we have like it's pretty much the opposite of the things we saw against Belgium, where Belgium was ahead by 10 points all game long, and Switzerland came back and fell back again. Now we have Switzerland being in the lead for most of the game, since the start, I believe, even. But not really making it a clear game, not really shutting the door on Cyprus, but always letting them back in or peek through the door, and they won't go away that way. And it starts with defense. It has to start with the defensive performance of Switzerland. There's no other way. So now I managed to see those live stats, and I'll try to give it to you. So we take a look at a team comparison. Switzerland has been leading all the way. Cyprus is only at 30% two-point percentage, which is a reason for concern for Cyprus, while Switzerland is at 57%, which is a good number. Especially if you have 55% three-point shooting on top of that. We'll get into that. We'll get deeper into that a few moments later, as we await the break. Foul against Eric Fonge, who came back, and another 2 free throws. So no hand checking at all. It is now clear as day to everybody. Even from up here, every foul that involves hands grabbing or holding on to shirts or whatever, or elbows being used to push off guys, is an automatic foul. And the first team to adapt to that will have a better defense, more rebounds, and win the game. Brian Savoie. Marko Mlađan, Fonge all the way, offensive foul. He faked the handoff there. Spin move halfway and then back right into the defender, who made a good defensive play and get Cyprus another chance to cut down the lead. We're only at 8 points here. It doesn't. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't feel like it, but Cyprus is well in this game. Another 3-pointer. Panteli. What was I telling you? It's a 5-point game now. As Switzerland is only going with bench guys right now. Savoie will have the last opportunity this quarter. Score would do wonders for the morale. Savoie against King. Yeah, that's it. King always tempted to defend those outside guys. Okay, that didn't make it to the... But it was close. King always tempted to defend out on the 3-point line. And then always doesn't have that quick of a first step. As I'm trying to turn down the volume of my microphone for you at home. Because that seems to be the concern for you guys. I hope you're hearing me as we get into the halftime analysis. If it's not loud enough, just write it into the comment section in the live stream comment fields. So again, greetings to Cyprus. Cool that you're joining us here today. You're one of 189 viewers right now. As we have a close game again, it was 5 points, it's 7 now, but it can be tied in a minute. But we'll see to that. So let's have a look at the statistics of this first quarter. As I already mentioned, 2-point field goal percentage is well apart, with Switzerland having 60% and Cyprus is having 30% field goal percentage from 2-point range. From 3-point range, it's a good 38.4% for Cyprus and an excellent 55% three-point shooting for Switzerland. Free throws are down for both teams, 54% for Switzerland, which is bad, and 64% for Cyprus, which is, not well either. So that might be one decisive factor in the end if somebody can get that precision back, especially if we're having that many fouls early in the quarter. So the foul limit will be reached very quickly, and thus will provoke a lot of free throws. Percentage there might be the key in the end. Defensive rebounds 17-7 for Switzerland. Total rebounds also up +9 for Switzerland. Assists 8 for Switzerland, 6 for Cyprus. Turnovers. Switzerland has 7 turnovers already. That is pretty much their average, but that is not a good thing, especially if your counterparts have only 1. So Cyprus only having 1 turnover, but I will call those ISO forced layups we saw during periods of the second quarter. They're a turnover for me as well, because if you know you can't get there and then try to talk your way around, that won't make it. That for me is a turnover because it isn't a clean play that has really a chance to provoke any point or to get any points for your team. Steals are at 3 for Cyprus, 0 for Switzerland. Blocks are evened up at 1. Fouls 14 already for Switzerland and 11 for Cyprus. I will try to check that with their average fouls per game. Switzerland by now has 27.5 per game, and Cyprus has 23. So that is pretty much what we expected here, halfway to their respective averages. And now the fast break points. I haven't looked at it yet. 5-0. Okay, so Switzerland prevented every fast break opportunity from happening, even if the foul limit was already reached. Those were, for me, also, I'll count that as well as a fast break point if they were able to capitalize off it, but they weren't. So that was a good tactic there to implement. Biggest lead at 14 for Switzerland. Cyprus hasn't led yet, and points in the paint are 18-12. That was one point of concern for Cyprus early on, as Ramzayer was starting to get on to be on fire there underneath. He scored 8 quick points, I believe, against Trisokas especially, and then a fall-away jumper against King. And then Cyprus switched to a 2-3 zone and made things more difficult for the inside guys of Switzerland. At one time leaving open Dusan Mlajan, which was a bad decision. But after that, also controlling his jumpers. He always had to create his own shot. He couldn't just spot up, get the pass, and pull up to shoot. He had to create his own shot, and that is what Belgium did very well against him. He didn't even get the ball at times, and then if he got it, he got doubled the right way, or was very intensely defended by Obasohan or whatever the name might be. So Mlajan again under control, but that doesn't have to mean a thing if he gets hot. We saw that in the first 2 minutes of the game, where he got 6 quick points from the 3-point line. Yeah, those are some of the highlights I remember from the first half. But after that, it was a back and forth game. It went into foul trouble. Both teams went into foul trouble early. Kazadi having 3, then still stayed on the floor. I think Pantouris also has 3. Let me check with the scoreboard. No, it's Rassis, the backup point guard, who has 3 fouls. Theocharidis has 2, and Trisokas has 2. Kazadi 3 for Switzerland. Jurkovic 2 quick fouls. Couture 2 bad fouls, I believe, if I remember it right. Ramsayr having 3 fouls. One of those were an offensive foul. So he was on the way to become the man of the match. He will become again if Switzerland wins this and he stays in the game, because he'll get his opportunities again. So Cyprus often relying on Trisokas time and time again to defend Ramsayr. King did a good job, but then Cyprus switched back to Trisokas, and then to a zone. And in a zone, it is not always possible to really match up like you would want to. And Switzerland managed to get the ball to Ramsayr when Trisokas was there instead of King, because he has the mismatch there. So a lot of mismatches going on anyway here in this game. Between Ramsayr and Trisokas is one. Also Couture, with his athleticism, has an upside against his defenders. And Panteli can shoot from anywhere. That will always create a mismatch or a matchup problem for the opponent. Now, let's have a look at the box score for you guys at home. I want to take a look at the respective players. Kazadi having 3 points. Savoie 7 for Switzerland. Mlajan 3. Marko Mlajan, that is. 2 for Kozic, his first 2. We saw the reaction by the bench. 8 for Dusan Mlajan. 4 for Roberto Kovac, scoring 4, all 4 from the free throw line. Couture with 6 points already. 4 rebounds. 1 assist. And a plus-minus of 18. So right now being the best plus-minus guy on his team. In only 9 minutes, that is. That is why his efficiency rating is up that high. Fonge at 0 points right now. Ramsayr at 12 and Dos Santos at 0 points. On the Cypriot side, we have Anthony King already scoring 14 points. I didn't even recognize that at first, but he scored 14 points, especially on those post moves we saw sometimes against the bigger defender, sometimes against the smaller. He has all those moves in his bag, and he'll pull that out whenever needed. Then Trisokas having a bad game, I must say, having 1 point right now, 1 free throw, 1 out of 4, and then 0 out of 6 shots from the field, including that 1 layup that he got off no-look pass. That would have been beautiful. Then he got fouled and made 1 or 2 free throws. So his only point coming by way of that free throw line. Already put up 6 shots in 7 minutes. Sisopoulos having 4 points. Also only 1 out of 5 from the field. Pantouris 1 or 2 with 4 points. Panteli with 9. For me, the best player for the first half from Cyprus. And Stylianou with 4, 1 3-pointer that ignited his team. So also individually, I'd say overall a better performance by Switzerland. That is why that lead is justified, especially if we look at the shooting percentages from both teams. Good shots will get you easy points, and the more easy points you get, the likelier you'll be the winner of a game. Now, I talked about rhythm. That was for me. That was the key element in the game against Belgium. Switzerland tried to get back into a game after missing out on the start of the game, really falling back early, then coming back and then falling back again, and so on, about 3 times during the whole game. And every time they got a good shot going or something that got the crowd going even, there was a quick foul on a late defensive play or something that really broke the rhythm of the game, and thus didn't allow the team to really thrive on those created opportunities to really get that momentum going. And that is one key thing for me with the Swiss team. If they get into rhythm, they can beat any team in this group, and they will if they keep it up for a long enough period of time. But if they don't, and the opposite happens, it goes downhill very fast. And most likely the opponent will profit from it. If you play against Belgium, they will all game long, and that's what Belgium did, and that is why Switzerland lost that game. Against Iceland, Switzerland had a great second half, came back a few points and made it exciting again, but also had a bad start, 16-32 after 15 minutes. So the rhythm wasn't there in the beginning. They got to it, but too late, and then always had to battle against 2 opponents, namely the score and the opponents themselves. So that was the big problem here with Switzerland so far. Now they're having some phases where they have the rhythm, and then it goes well for them. We saw tip dunks by Couture, we saw slam dunks on a rebound, we saw great passing, we saw good shots, and we saw clear post-up moves by David Ramsayer. Then it works, and then Cyprus has no chance here today. But as soon as they take the foot off the gas and mistakenly hit the brakes, Cyprus is back in a second, and that's what we saw here also. So exactly the opposite of the game against Belgium. So Switzerland is getting to see both sides of that mirror. But one more blackout, and Cyprus might turn this thing around. We haven't seen Switzerland win a game in this qualifying round so far, and you have to do that, especially today. But you have to really pull through to get that win out of this game. It isn't an easy game. It does look like that at times when Trisokas is missing easy layups or something. But Cyprus is very experienced, has veteran players on their team. You always see that it speaks volumes if Trisokas is taking his time to post up there like we did a few years ago, before it became a small ball thing with the Golden State Warriors, etc., etc. You see that there. You see those veteran elements as well in Anthony King. All those basic post moves that require very good execution to be very dangerous, and that are well executed by King and Trisokas at times. That is what makes that is what creates trouble for Switzerland. But again, it has to be there consistently. That goes for both teams. If you put, if you're there consistently, you'll win this game today, because it's a back and forth. It's an up and down for both teams. The one that will stay consistent enough will either come back from the 7-point deficit or make it a 10 to 20 point game in the end. So I don't know what will happen in the 1.5 minutes, because I've seen it all so far, and I've only commented on 1.5 games by Switzerland. Consistency was the theme, is still the theme. They made a big step forward against Belgium, and it would be nice to see here that they learn from it, and that they come out of the locker room again with the power they need to really get that first win here. It would be great for Swiss basketball to win this game, and it would be great for the next game against Iceland, because then things get interesting. If Switzerland wins today and wins against Iceland, then they're back in it. Same goes for Cyprus. I'm reminding you of that. All right. I hope that the sound is better now. I turned it down a bit so there won't be that much noise around me. So greetings again to all the viewers from Cyprus to Switzerland to wherever you are watching us from. I hope you're enjoying this broadcast. We're almost ready for the third quarter. Ref is stepping out on the court, and we'll get it going in a quick second. Switzerland and Cyprus battling for the first win of their respective qualifier campaigns to put them in an automatic third place after 3 games, with the chance to get back at Iceland and Belgium and get that second spot. Again, to remind you, the best every group winner out of the 7 groups A to G, every group winner will advance automatically, and the 4 best second place teams, so 4 out of 7 second place teams will enter the Eurobasket 2017 tournament as well. All right, Pantouris stepping to the inbound. Together with King on the floor. Rassis is there. Theocharidis. And on the point guard spot, it's Panteli. For Switzerland, we have Steve Louisson, Brian Savoie, Nathan Jurkovic, Marco Mlajan, and Arnaud Couture. Here we go for the second half. Let's see what they have in store for us. Pantouris. Theocharidis against Marco Mlajan. Back to Pantouris. Spin move pass to King against Couture. The guy can jump. He knows it. He was blocked by him in the first half. Pantouris hang time on that jumper. Gets it to go. 5 points only. The advantage for Switzerland. Savoie. Cypriot bench getting more vocal now. They have all the reasons to do so. Marco Mlajan post-up play against Theocharidis. Back over to Louisson, his first minutes, his first shot. Oh, in and out. Rebound, King. Next opportunity for Cyprus. Pantouris. Gets it over to Panteli. Goes all the way. Almost gets it, but gets fouled. Okay. I was waiting for a block there, but he was that quick and that agile that nobody got a hand on the ball, but rather on his arms. That gets him 2 free throws. The opportunity to get back to cut it down to 3 points only. And he is the best shooter on the team. And he is the leader, and you see why. Panteli has 11 points right now. Anthony King having 14. Louisson. So again, only bench players on the court. Brave way to start the second half if the first half ended on a comeback. Ramzayer on the bench getting vocal as well. Where does the leadership come from if every starter is on the bench? We'll see. Couture is still there for the spectacular actions. Good step out right now. Pantouris, baseline drive, step back, emergency pass out to Panteli. Moving screen. Yes, offensive foul against Theocharidis, who shouldn't complain. He never got position. He almost tripped into that block and then got tangled up right away. No reason to discuss things there. Stay in the game for Cyprus, and the comeback might come true. It is already, but they didn't come back all the way yet. Switzerland in danger right now of losing control of this lead and of this game. Savoie. Zone defense again. Jurkovic, second misunderstanding with Savoie, second turnover. Pantouris drives, and the ball goes to Cyprus. So Cyprus is back in this thing. And I'm questioning the coaching right now, which I hope I'm allowed to, on Switzerland's side. But we'll see. Panteli dribbles on his own, on the foot of his... Oh, monster block by Marko Mlađan. All the way to the top there, grabbing the crown off the king's head. And a quick foul by Pantoulis. All right, so I was just trying to check on Pantoulis' age. He's 34 already. So if I talk about veterans, King is 31. Trisokas is 36. Zizopoulos is 33. Korinidis is 34. Pantoulis is 34. So you see, most of the guys are are older than the Swiss players here. Average age of 31 for Cyprus. Again, a foul against Panteli. And Cyprus is robbing themselves of the opportunity to really defend cleanly. Substitution, Nathan Jurkovic goes out. The captain, Dusan Mlađan, comes back. Inbound to Arnaud Couture. Pick and roll with Brian Savoie. Pull up, bad shot for my liking, and foul. Can be very glad that he got that foul. Was off balance with that shot and still got followed by a Cyprus player who made the contact on the shot. First opportunity to calm the nerves. Misses. Reminding you of the 54% free throw shooting of Switzerland at the half. That number is spiraling down even more right now after 2 missed free throws. Pantoulis is making things quick. Rassis down to King against Couture. Sizing up. Back out. That would have been the tie there. Theocharidis. Louison. Mlađan taking matters into his own hands. Back out to Couture. Good fake shot there. Unprecise pass. Pivot foot. Back to Couture for 3. No good. Rebound with Panteli. Back the other way, but a quick foul again against Louison. So all we see is fouls right now. Every opportunity to make the game quicker is being prevented by quick fouls. That might come back to haunt Switzerland and Cyprus in the end. So far, nobody is in real trouble except for Rassis, who has 4. Kazadi having 3 already amassed in the first half. Rassis. Handling the ball right now. Back to Pantoulis for 3. No good. Still trying to tie the game there. Might opt for a 2-point shot on the next possession instead of really trying to get that score evened up. Kozic. No, Kovac, my bad. Ramsayer. Over to Mlađan. Trying to get open. Back to Kovac. Can shoot from there. Does, but misses. Rebound foul against Panteli. Didn't see what happened there. Must have been a holding again. And the problem is, first of all, that Panteli is complaining again. That is one problem for him because he's risking a technical foul there. And the second problem is that Cyprus is already over the limit. And we've only played 3 minutes and 21 seconds in this second half. So 6.5 minutes left for Switzerland to bet on their physical dominance underneath the hoop. And every foul will get them 2 shots. So now the theme must be inside play or plays that might or that are more likely to provoke fouls. Because Cyprus will foul, we saw that. But they can't. So if you want to put them in a disadvantage, that is the way to go right now. And that might be why Ramsayer just came in to reinforce that center position. Pantouris, back to Panteli. Fake screen by King, gets the ball underneath, back out to Iocharidis, good passing from the corner, no good, rebound Dusan Mlađan. Rassi's missing there. Quick play, brother to brother for three, fall away, Marko Mlađan. As Iocharidis is falling. Oh, right now it's getting testy here. Marko Mlađan must have said something to the bench there. But the Cyprus team has a history that is rather dark, especially one dark spot in that history. They once lost the Small Nations Cup due to a scuffle on the court, and we are risking the same things right now. Coach losing control of his Cyprus team there for a quick second. I don't see what Marko Mlađan has been saying there. A handshake, a forced handshake by the refs between Marko Mlađan and Pantouris. So a few quick words against Pantouris, and the whole bench must have heard that. And then just got really agitated. That breaks the rhythm of Cyprus, I believe, or gets them even more fired up. We have yet to see. The lead is back to 8 points plus possession for Switzerland. Louison. I'll go into that history moment again afterwards when we have the time. Mlađan one-on-one against Rassis, who has 4 fouls. Kovac back down to Louison. Back out to Mlađan again for 3. So the Mlađan brothers taking over. Mario and Luigi, I would rather wanted to say, but it's Dusan and Marko. So back to an 11-point lead. That went very quickly for Switzerland. It is a back and forth. I was talking about a bad moment in Cyprus's history. They once, one game had to be interrupted or even called off midway through as they were battling Iceland, literally on the floor. And the medals had to be handed over at the border. So something must have gone down there. I wasn't there, of course. But I heard that that was one of the things that happened there, and I expected a very charismatic but also passionate and rather impulsive Cyprus squad. And Marko Mlađan might have struck a nerve there, or the right one, to really make the bench go furious, but ignite his team to really play harder or as hard as needed to break that game open again. 11-point lead right now. As we have Greek sounds here. I believe that is where you dance the Sirtaki to. But it's been a long time since I went to Greece. Back to an 11-point lead for Switzerland, and Panteli has the ball again. All Cyprus needs now are calm and collected offensive plays. Which has become a difficult task with Pantouris on the floor. Iocharidis also getting very vocal. A 3-point shot by him, no good. Rebound goes to Mlađan and Steve Louison, who handles the ball and brings it up again. Marko Mlađan with the travel, NBA travel not called. Bad pass by Dusan Mlađan. Fast break opportunity, Pantouris gets it on the wing, waits for King. Can barely hold on, back out for the 3-pointer. That is good, Panteli is back. 14 points for him. Number 44. Floor leader for Cyprus. And we're back to aim points. It's a bouncy game today. Kovac. Nobody's safe today. Again, a bad pass. Why is he questioning that? That is the second time I see that in 2 games. Bad pass, then trying to discuss it with his teammates after throwing the ball directly into the hands of his defender. And then committing the foul right away to stop a fast break. He could have stopped merely with playing defense. I can't stand those plays. I'm sorry. Through all the leagues, I'll point that out. Either you defend after a mistake or you go to the bench. Gets another 2 points against him. Back to 6 points. So bad offense, bad defense makes it an open game again. That's how quick it goes today. That's how clear I'll be about mistakes if I see them happening time and time again. Dusan Mladen, all on his own, waiting for the foul there. Gladly gets it. Savoie checking back in a few moments. So the emotions are the big thing here. Cyprus got warmed up throughout the course of the second half, got back into the game. But then it got a bit over their heads. They fell back again. And then Switzerland starts copying that, only to a certain degree. Which is, while the fouls by Cyprus were very helpful because they gave Switzerland a few free throws from time to time to really calm down. Dusan Mladen to the bench. Kovac will get another chance to redeem himself on D. Kazadi back in against Panteli. Charidis. A hand off. Ooh, well played, the pick and pop there. Panteli now backing down, back out. Can do both. Step around shot, no good. Into the knees of Kazadi. Bounces to Savoie. Marko Mladen. Ramsayer, top of the key, trying to pass it down. High-low play goes all the way. That's the way to do it. David Ramsayer finding the game he's mastered again. Panturis against Savoie. Fake screen by King. One-on-one and the foul. And the foul, the pushing or the holding. Didn't see the motion clearly there by the referee. Either way, it's a foul, and either way, Switzerland will get the ball. Stylianou coming back in for Theo Charidis. So veteran for veteran. Which is a normal sight in the Cyprus squad. Panteli. Again, getting fouled, and block was after that. Kazadi not happy with the call, kicking in into the basket there. So another 2 free throws. Clean hit, 13 minutes left to come back into this game for Cyprus yet again. It is still possible. I haven't seen a convincing Switzerland so far. I've seen a few convincing phases, but not a clear-cut performance that I could say, where I could say this is it already. Hamzai waiting for Kazadi. Back out to Mladen. Good play and a good shot by Mladen. Oh, he can do that almost as well as his brother. The emphasis on almost. Panteli. Stylianou on the right in the right corner. Muscles it through. Oh, great play. All right. Put in everything he had there. I think he tripped a bit there, holding on to his ankle as he's jogging back. Savoie, 9-point game. Kazadi held back. And that is no offensive foul. But that is his 5th foul. In my eyes, he got hit in the throat by a shoulder of a Cypriot defender. Then he was he was yelling something to emphasize that, and is now back to the bench with 5 fouls. But the problem were not those last 3 fouls, which the last one was questionable, but the first 2 that came very quickly at a point where they weren't necessary, and they really came back to haunt him. Anteli, no good. Rebound, Mlajan. All right, Kasadi out. That means Savoie has to shoulder the load right now for the playmaking spot. That was everything and nothing at the same time. Monster block Jurkovic from behind, and that is most likely going to be a foul. Too bad. So Savoie on that drive was flirting with the alley-oop to Ramsayer, who was ready to jump off, and then decided to do otherwise about 3 times, and then chose the perfect the middle passage there, meaning he threw up some sort of pass that was also a shot towards the rim, couldn't decide, and chose to do neither. That happens. It is nice for us spectators that he thought about it. Would have been a statement that might have put Switzerland in a mental state to really close out the game. That's most likely why he thought about it. Kovac with the screen. Out of motion going on. Now gets open on another wing. Back down to Jurkovic. That is a design play. But the spin move doesn't go all the way. Back down to Kovac. Turn around. 2-pointer, no good. 2 seconds left. Has to put it up. No good. So good intention there. Mediocre execution. Problem was that spin move didn't work out to perfection. He got tripped up a bit and then floated towards the side, the baseline. Had to create something out of that. Passed it back to Kovac, who had also to create something, and the air ball rebound. Had 2 seconds left to put up something. Didn't work. Back the other way with Cyprus. King against Ramsayer. 2 towers colliding. Back out for a 3-pointer by Sisopoulos. And it's a 4-point game. I can't believe what is happening here. It's a back and forth. Without us even noticing as much. Because there are no clear dominating teams at times. Kovac trying to take matters into his own hands. Won't go. 5 seconds left. Has to put up that shot. No good. 30 seconds left, and the bench of Cyprus is tasting the comeback. One more offense and a defense for Cyprus. Sisopoulos drives baseline, back out for the 3-pointer, which is no good. King there for the rebound. Where to go with the ball? No idea. Back out. Back to, no, for Switzerland. 7 seconds for the last offensive possession of Switzerland. And Nathan Jurkovic will handle the inbounds. Press defense for those last 7 seconds. Ramsayer pretty much left alone on the other side of the screen. Now controlled by Loisidis. As I'm asking my YouTube audience to keep the respect that is needed in sports. Dujan Mlajan, no good. So, Cyprus has fought back. Has fought back yet again with a lot of emotions, positive and negative ones. But they brought them back into this game. It became a 4-point game in a split second. And we have Switzerland right now having to reclaim that driver's seat if they want to pull away. If not, Cyprus will get all the way back. We saw that they are capable of that, perfectly capable of that. if we look at the scores, we see Panteli leading Cyprus with 16 great points. Then King having his 14 still. Most of them scored in the first half, but he's still a threat on the offensive and on the defensive board. We have Sisopoulos with the drives. He showed us mixing up the offense of Cyprus. And Pantouris, the man that brought the most emotions onto the court, also with 6 points already. And then we have Stylianou with 8. Chrysokas still with 1. For me, still the weak spot today. Didn't play that much in the second half when they were mounting a comeback. But might come back to surprise me again. Who knows? Who knows? For Switzerland, Kazadi's out with 5 fouls. Mlajan having 10 points. Marko Mlajan, that is. Dujan Mlajan having 14. And David Ramsay also having 14 points. Couture with 6. Kovac adds 4. Kosic, his first 2 of his national career. And Savoie, the starting point guard, with 7 points. So pretty balanced scoring for Switzerland. And also Cyprus having 2, 4, 6, 7 players on the scoreboard. Everything is possible in this last quarter. I don't know what I should expect. Both teams capable of the best and the worst today. We'll see who comes out on top in 10 minutes. Have fun, ladies and gentlemen at home. Enjoy the show. Bye in Savoie. Looking for Dujan Mlajan for that turnaround three-pointer. Back down to Ramsayer. Now against Sio Charidis, the duo from the beginning. And, against Chrysokas. A matchup he's lost consistently today because Ramsayer is that more physical than him. And every time he got that mismatch, he created something good for Switzerland out of it. Chrysokas having trouble to hold on to that. Ramsayer got distracted there. Doesn't hit. That broke his routine. He should have started right over, but you only have 5 seconds to shoot a free throw. Second one is good, and it's a 5-point game. All right. Back the other way with Stylianou. Now looking for his options. Chrysokas cutting in. Leaves Stylianou up top against Ramsayer. Mismatch, turnaround, great spin move, and that's a surprise to me. They called it a travel. I thought it was a rather legal spin move. That would have been 2 points for Cyprus. But I'm not totally sure. I would have gave it to Stylianou, who's still discussing with the referee. Kovac, looking for Savoie. Couture, low pass to an easy 2 points. Great pass by Couture. That was a design play as well. And they're having fun there underneath, Couture and Ramsayer. So the most athletic lineup underneath the basket for Switzerland against Chrysokas as the only center for Cyprus. Good passing now. Sisopoulos for 3, no good. Rebound up there for Couture. Savoie the other way. Kovac gets the step, gets fouled by Panteli, who has 3 fouls now. So no foul trouble for him. But an early foul for Cyprus in this quarter. King most likely checking in. I'm not sure. No, he's limping. I hope he's not injured. If he is, I wish a good recovery. He's much needed right now as Switzerland is trying to capitalize off that size mismatch they create with Ramsayer and Couture. Ramsayer hands it off to Dujan Mlajan. 7-point game. Crunch time already for me. Again, the foul against Panteli and the kick. Not against the player, but to show his frustration there. So he's arguing a block. Where is the foul? I'm hearing it up here through Pharrell Williams is happy. He already has 4. He could lose the game right here if he gets the 5th one. He's gotten into 2 referees' faces about it. They know he has 4 fouls, so they let him complain. Lucky there. Maybe there's a warning now. Coach is joining in. So let's just say what happened here. That means this is the fourth foul for Panteli. No, it's the fifth actually. Oh, that went all right. So my bad. I was looking at the scoreboard, but I think the officials weren't there yet because those two fouls came that quickly after each other. So Panteli is out, and that is a blow for Cyprus. Try to block a center from behind on a layup is rather brave and will most likely end in you losing that battle. And that is what happened there. We saw Jurkovic commit a foul from behind, and that looked like a cleaner block, and it was up top, and it was still a foul because it was from behind. Panteli not happy at all, leaving the court right now. Back to the locker room. 10-point game. And Cyprus might have lost that game right now. We'll see. We'll see. Ramsay, another 2 points, 12 points. Now it's time to cash in for Switzerland. Now they do for once. So a quick 12-point lead. All right. So the emotions got the best of Cyprus there for a quick second, which is too bad because they got back into this game. They were all the way back. And then again got a bit too emotional while playing. Committed fouls that were borderline illegal. And in a game where the refs call everything, borderline means it is a foul. And that is something we knew from the first half, already from the first quarter, where the limits were already reached for team fouls very early on. So they knew what they were into, and they still tried to get where it hurts the opponent. And that means that those emotions were too much, led to fouls that didn't need to be committed. And that threw Panteli out of the game in the end. So Cyprus would have to mount a last comeback here, which will be the most difficult one because their floor leader just got thrown out of the game. Rassis has 4 fouls as the backup point guard, so the point guard spot is really weakened with that 5th foul by Panteli. King is back in, although he was limping, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they do. Horinidis brings it up as the third guy that managed the playmaking spot for Cyprus. Steal by Ramsay. Thinking about the dunk there, handing it off to Savoie, back to Couture. Shuffle pass underneath to Ramsay, who gets another foul call and another 2 shots. So I think it will be pretty clear who gets the man of the match award if Switzerland should win. That would be David Ramsay. Panteli just made it very difficult to award him that trophy because he was up to that point. But the floor leader has to stay on the floor, has to stay calm when it counts most. And if not, it becomes his greatest weakness. And the greatest shooter of the team becomes the greatest weakness of the team at that moment. But it's just too bad, because I would have liked to see a dogfight go to the end, really, to see those guys go back and forth for another 10 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see. There are still shooters out there for Cyprus. How about that? Yes. Yes, Cyprus still alive here. Very much so, with 10 points left to that tying mark. Savoie down to Ramsay, who got blocked, I believe. So 2 good plays by Zizopoulos. And then a foul. So every time Switzerland thinks they're ahead and it's over, Cyprus strikes back. Bantur is back on the court. Stylianou, King, Horinidis and Zizopoulos are the 5 that will try to do that one last time. It's only a -10 right now. as I try to thank my audience here on the live chat. Just one quick second. All right. So, those 5 seconds were for the commentators on the YouTube page. As we still don't know how this will end. I won't put up any prognosis here. Could be anything. Pantouris has the skills to really put up great shots. King has the moves to do so. Stylianou has the drive, so we'll see. We'll see. Switzerland will have to prove themselves once again. 7.5 minutes away from their first victory. That could still end up in a loss if they keep letting Cyprus back into those games. Again, the drive. Clean drive, clean shot for Cyprus. Korinidis makes it an 8-point game. Pantouris back on D after crashing with Dos Santos. Savoie all the way for 2 is good. 2 easy points. That calmed the Swiss nerves. And a 10-point game again. So answering every move is enough right now for Switzerland. That is the luxury if you're leading. We have a foul called on Dos Santos. Okay, Nicolas Dos Santos committed that foul. Switzerland not over the limit. Cyprus is again already. So those foul trouble doesn't necessarily need to come in form of one single player, but also as a team. 3 quarters were where they reached the foul limit very early. 3-pointer, no good. King there, size advantage against Couture with those long arms. The 3-pointer from the corner, no good. Second offensive rebound. Petar Aleksic, coach of the Swiss national team, is furious, and deservedly so, or rightfully so. Good handoff on the corner shot, no good again. Stylianou was open up top. Wanted that shot. Savoie. Dos Santos hands it up to Mlajan, who gets all the way through. Now it's getting too easy for Switzerland right now. Pantouris visibly frustrated. 5 minutes left. King against Dos Santos. Stylianou off the handoff. Dribbles it back. Dos Santos hands up. 3-pointer. Very difficult shot. No good. And now Couture has to rebound and almost gets fouled there. Still a very aggressive defense by Cyprus, despite having 5 fouls already committed in this quarter. But there might be no other way left to get back, as Dujan Mlajan misses the easy floater. Back the other way with Stylianou. Couture wanted that foul, but Stylianou blows by him and hits the 2-point shot. 9-point game. And Cyprus isn't finished here, I'm telling you. You can feel the tension down there. Couture, Dos Santos, good hands by King. Again, good hands, and better hands even by his teammate. Woo! Too bad. Almost a double save there, but that goes to show you how passionate Cyprus is playing basketball here. 2 times King had good hands. Then Sisopoulos tried to grab that loose ball, throw it to a teammate while it was still turning, then rolled towards the baseline. Pantouris also diving, but not there in time. But that goes to show Cyprus isn't finished at all here, and Cyprus might still be able to come back. I really don't know. 9 points away, that's 3 possessions, which again is not much in basketball. Only starter on the floor is Ramsael for Switzerland. Louis Saint having trouble getting the ball in. Now finding Savoie. Good step. Oh, the basic move there. Rebound goes to Cyprus and a foul by Dos Santos on a push. One of those fouls that don't always get called. Dos Santos was there, was trapping, and was maybe pushing a bit. The reason why they called that might be because if they didn't, the trap would have worked despite the push, and that would have been an unfair advantage. King to Chorinidis. King. 2-point shot, quick 2-point shot, 7-point game. They still believe in it. You can see the bench moving. Every player up. Luisson. Dos Santos. Back to Luisson. Over to Kovac. No way in there. Has to force it up. Gets blocked on a 3-point shot. And Cyprus is showing us their best basketball right now. And a foul against Kovac. So uncontrollable right now, Cyprus, as Switzerland has now reached the foul limit, which allows Cyprus to be even more aggressive, because every foul will result in 2 free throws. Rassi's back in. Yeah, with Chorinidis, Stylianou, Pantouris, and King. So one big guy on the floor, the rest is small ball. Pick up top. Then it's a lot of motion. Pantouris, the open 3-point shot. It's good. It's good. It's a 4-point game, ladies and gentlemen. They're not letting Switzerland off the hook. The last test here for Switzerland to get that first win. And the best effort by Cyprus to get it as well. So it becomes a nail-biter here, because Cyprus is perfectly capable of winning this game. They put in every emotion they have, or they had. They are missing their floor leader in Panteli, but their fighting spirit is keeping them in the game. And that is the beauty of basketball. The guys that put in more effort will most likely win in the end. And that goes over 40 minutes, not just over one half or 25 minutes. It can be decided in the very last second. Maybe we go to an overtime. Who knows? Who knows? I hope this gym doesn't close or the connection doesn't break down. No, it should all be good. This is, by the way, the only basketball-only gym in Switzerland, here in Fribourg, beautiful city of Fribourg. It's called Saint-Léonard, the home gym of Fribourg Olympique, which is the current champion of Switzerland. With players here in the national team as well, namely guys like Nathan Jurkovic. We have seen Eric Fonge, Arno Couture is part of the team. So Switzerland represented very well here, and Fribourg also. Luisson, good hands again by King. Not really getting into position there, David Ramsayer. And a chance to cut it to 2 or less. Chorinidis, over to Pantouris. That hop step. And again the 3-pointer. Pantouris. Cyprus is back. And I can't help but feel that is deserved right now. Not panicking right now, Switzerland, hopefully. Now we have the mismatch. But King is there to help. Luisson in the corner, doesn't want to shoot, has to at some point, doesn't hit it, didn't think about it. And that's why he didn't succeed in the end. Chorinidis, drop pass, King. That is the lead for Cyprus. That is the lead for Cyprus, and it is a deserved lead. It hurts to say, I'm a Swiss commentator here. That's why somebody wrote FU in the comments, because I was honest about the bad play that Cyprus put up in the first half. But right now, they're the better team. Thankfully, there's guys like Dusan Mlajan, who usually hit from everywhere. Now telling, I believe, Luisson to take that 3-point shot. Reminiscent of Kevin Durant telling Andre Roberson to take a shot in the Game 7, I believe, against Golden State Warriors. Every player on the floor has to be ready to put up those shots if he gets them, especially in crunch time. You never know if you're the guy. That's why you go to practice every day. But in Geneva, he's more of a defensive-minded player. Generally, he's more of a defensive-minded player. As Dusan Mlajan brings the lead back to Switzerland. So the first lead for Cyprus after 37 minutes and 15 seconds, as we have a really close game right now with the Pantouris who's feeling it. Powered by emotions. Korinidis. Good pass over to Stylianou. Fretful on the drive there. Flirting with it. Now gets it. Trapped underneath against Marko Mlajan. Good pass outside. Good step. Great step by Korinidis. All the veteran moves coming out now. And instead of taking that first shot that would result in a bad opportunity, they pass it up for a better shot. Pass up good shots to get great shots. The Spurs motto in full effect here. Marko Mlajan. Not a good shot. Not a good shot. Tried to force the issue there. He's not. I don't see that as a good offense. That was just hero ball, which is not needed right now. But let's forget that. Defense and get another possession here. Korinidis. Again, that pass in the middle. King's favorite shot drops in and one. That's the same play over and over again. King, after the pick, rolls down to the free throw line. King to the line for a heartbreaking free throw. I'm a bit stunned here. He misses. He misses, so still a chance. Do the tables really turn in the end here? That would be a crushing blow to Switzerland, I'm telling you. Bad pass by Kozic. Why is the youngest guy out there right now? I'm just asking. I'm also being ironic with Switzerland. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. But apology accepted, dear commentator there. I know what you mean. Not everybody's taste. Let's go. Kick ball. Kozic. Biggest minutes of his life right now. Savoie. No open shots anymore. Where is the leader for Switzerland? Savoie drops it off to a Ramsay who can't control the ball. Oh man. I didn't want to be in this role if that's something like that happens. I'm just hoping right now that Switzerland will get a good defensive possession. Bad turnover by Cyprus. Savoie with the chance, the foul. A bad foul at that by Cyprus. Why foul now? They're over the limit. Was too concerned about his mistake there. Just tried to prevent anything after that. Resorted to a foul, which puts Switzerland on the line for 2 easy shots. But that doesn't necessarily mean that will result in 2 points. I'm telling you. Because if we look at a team comparison, okay, we're back up to 70% on each side. But those need to be 100 here. He hits the first one. So Sisopoulos with the bad turnover and then the emergency foul, not realizing it was over the limit. And Savoie misses the second. It stays a 2-point game. Switzerland will need another basket to come back. And this could be the first win for Cyprus in 8 years. Yeah, next turnover, almost turnover. It is a turnover. It is a turnover. And Cyprus has to be quiet right now. If they want to stay in the lead, they shouldn't get a technical right now. Which could very well happen here. Oh, God. Savoie. Might be the last chance here. Dusan Mlajan on the floor. Kozic with the drive to the basket. All the way, goes in. Then rims out back to Kozic. Dribble back out to Malcolm Lajan. One last try. That was all the way halfway down. Team play. Team play. Not again. King to the line. Again Malcolm Lajan with 10 seconds on the shot clock, trying to... This is painful up here, I'm telling you. I used to be a player myself. I still am, but I'm held back by injuries. King with the possibility to put this game away. I'm telling you how it is. If he hits both, Switzerland has only the slightest chance to get back in. And I will have to draw a crushing conclusion, I'm telling you. Without even wanting to. Oh, man. I'll just be quiet for those two and hope he misses so we have another chance. I'm honest with you guys at home. Wow. He misses the first one. So another chance either way if they can secure the defensive rebound. Malcolm Lajan, Dusan Lajan on the floor as the shooters. Malcolm Lajan just blew 2 3-pointers that came too early. Malcolm Lajan blew him. Dusan Lajan didn't get an open shot because they know he's the one to defend for that. Kozic might also be out there for the shots. To get back in quickly. Does he hit? He does. So 3 points needed. 10 seconds, 1 timeout. I can't bear it here. I'm sorry. I got too comfortable. I'm the one to blame as well. I'll be totally honest here. I was thinking that was going to be a 10-point game all the way through, especially when emotions got the best of Cyprus and Panteli had to go out. Rassi's also out with 5 fouls. I thought without a playmaker on the paper or one of the 2 premier playmakers, they had no chance of coming back. But Pantouris proved me wrong. I'm telling you, 2 quick 3-pointers, and I'm stunned. I'm just stunned up here. I know we have a last chance, but I got too comfortable as well as Switzerland did, believing that was going to be easy with Ramsayer and Couture underneath, and then somehow the ball never went back down there again, which means no easy points for Switzerland. Then a few hoisted up shots by Malcolm Lajan and offensive possessions just given away. And Cyprus just cashing in time and time again. That is basketball. That is the beauty, but also the sadness of basketball. I'm not calling it quits right now, but they need one last shot. I'm all for it. You never know with this team. You never know. Is this going to be one of those key moments where I wish I already had a phrase ready to pull out of the hat once it happens? Maybe. Maybe. Switzerland needs a big shot right here. They might as well get fouled quickly to stop the clock. Who knows? Who knows? Few coaches will tell you they foul right away. Eric Fonge back in after only playing a few minutes for the inbound. Great responsibility out there. Now not finding anybody, finding Dusan Lajan. Pantouris with a quick foul, 2 free throws, and a prolonged agony for me and you at home. So I promised you an exciting game. For all those in comments, I'm speaking German, English, and French, while French is the least fluent. Just so the common question is already also answered before I freak out here totally. I just want to thank everybody right now that you're part of this stream. Just enjoy whatever happens, really. 2 shots, 2 opportunities to cut it down to 1 point, and then it will become a free throw battle. But then the captain has to hit his free throws. First one is missed. Second one is really needed now. With the... Oh no. Why did he shoot that with glass? Has he lost all confidence in his shot? I don't know. But that's the only explanation I have for that move. He's the purest shooter on the team. He only knows the net as a counterpart and no rim. And no backboard at that. Why change up your shot in the most critical situation? I need to be critical as an objective commentator here. Even though it hurts to say. And that puts the game away. That puts the game away. And no single individual lost that game today. It was a team effort. And Cyprus will have their first win in 8 years. I'm telling you. No way they're going to come back from that. This is unbelievable. He missed that. No timeout possible. Savoie all the way for the three-pointer. No foul. That means no 4 points. And Cyprus is a deserved winner here. I wish I could say otherwise. I hope that doesn't backfire what I'm saying right now, but it is the truth. Oh man, how do I commentate on that? I'll commentate at it from a positive angle. Cyprus almost fell out of the game because of their emotions and came back in with just the same emotions, transformed that negative energy into positive energy and used it as a fuel to really storm back here without their leader. I'm telling you again, without Panteli, who must have watched that from outside, or maybe he is part of the stream right now. I don't know. He was thrown out of the gym. So maybe if you're watching Panteli, your team just saved your bottom. Yeah, congratulations to Cyprus for their first qualifier win in 8 years. They showed a lot of heart, and they broke mine. I'm telling you, they broke mine. Why? It's me that has to answer that question, but I'm asking it still. That's too much for me right now. It's only Wednesday, man. Cyprus has their first win and a chance to crawl back into the competition. As Marios, the journalist that travels with the association for about 20 years, I believe. As Marios is just happy, and the emotions are still there in a negative and in a positive way. Well, now I have to summarize it. I did already. I'm devastated. I'm telling you, I'm devastated right here. Congratulations to a passionate Cyprus that showed Switzerland how you play as a small nation, that you play to the end and that you play to the max, and that you don't complain after a pass, maybe after a foul, but you go back and defend. Those little things, and then once the shot starts falling and you did the little things right, you're almost unbeatable for some stretches, and that's what happened here. I'm at a loss of words, and that actually never happens. I can even switch languages and still find a word, but that's too much, man. All right, let's put.